I take it on faith these days, given the number of experiences I've had, that when I consult a European talent, I'm going to fall madly in love from a first impression. And Frozen Crown, that was my suspicion. I already had an earlier introduction to Giada J. Detro's vocal talents through the Tyrion collaboration of In a Heartbeat, which that song has really grown on me over time. I mean, I liked it first when I covered it on this channel, in fact, but it was a great experience every time I listened to it. It's a beautiful piece of art, and Giada's vocals really impressed me. As an Italian musician, I haven't listened to too many in that landscape, though I've covered European artists routinely in the last year. Italy was somewhere that I hadn't necessarily traversed that much, and Tyrion was great. Frozen Crown, based on Neverending, equally as potent. Very aggressive metal, it's the energy that I go for, but the presence to their pieces as well, from the range of the way the tune is structured, from the overall sound of it, Giada's vocals, the energy of some of those adoring riffs, in my opinion. It was a great first tease to an evolving journey, and I've already lined up a bunch of their tracks. In fact, I'm going to consult. The second of which today, and the other one's later on, but I will continue this journey going forward. But so far, I've been very impressed with what I've heard based on one piece. We're going to broaden that out in context to the album Crowned in Frost, which arrived in 2019. I dug back into their catalog a bit to start my journey, to give us plenty to consult, and now we're happening upon In the Dark, which also, like Neverending, has a music video to boot, so we're going to get a visual component, which really all the pieces I'm covering from them have a visualizer of some sort. I think they're all music videos, to be honest. I don't think any are like lyric videos. Either way, it's been fun. On a first impression, I can't wait to take a deeper journey. And for some of you, I would imagine you're approaching this video, many of you probably know who Frozen Crown is. You might be attracted by the title of the video immediately going, I know that band, but maybe there's some of you who follow my music coverage, or some of you that have just happened upon it, that this name isn't familiar to you. I do hope in part that the content I offer in regards to musical coverage sparks an interest for you to start paving routes for yourself, but that I can perhaps instigate it. That if you're in the mood like I've been, where you're artist shopping, and you happen to be a metalhead like me, or, I cover a variety of genres from time to time, although I spend more of my energy within the metal sphere. I try and keep open tastes where talent might arise. If you're somebody that's going artist shopping and you're trying to investigate around for new talents but you don't know where to look, I do hope that this channel in some way is a destination for you and inspires you to continue on your own journey, finding these particular talents, some of which I'm assuming you're going to take on the journey with me. Frozen Crown, this is very much a collaborative experience. I'm still in my early days of an obvious romance with them. I love, again, European metal. I really don't want to leave this scene, even though I have plenty of American groups I like. And again, I spotlight talent from all over the world, it seems, at least at this point. I've consulted American artists, European artists, some South American artists even I've got in the lineup here. But maybe some others, down the line as well. I've got some recommendations from people that, I've got a couple groups that are in many different places. Music for me very much is a first love, and I do hope that we can have an experience where we're sharing in that joy together. And the artists I've covered, broadly speaking, have been an absolute treat, but Europe is a sweet spot for metal. I love this avenue of the world, really, in musical talent and prowess. Europe has that. Frozen Crown is no exception. Let's take a look at In the Dark and consult this piece together. We're going to get a first engagement. Maybe if you're somebody in my position and you haven't consulted this group before, we're going to have a very similar experience. With the video queued up, I'm going to go ahead and commence this, and of course I'll bring the tune as well. And if you're somebody that's not familiar with the way I format my music-related coverage, and this is the first introduction for you on that note, I try and accommodate audience taste to the best of my ability. So if you're somebody that likes to read along with the narrative of the piece in regards to the lyrics, I will have those provided for you in the video feed, and we'll track along with the song as we proceed through it. All right, in time with the song as well. Here we go, In the Dark. Let's engage this. I'm excited, though. First impression was great. Let's continue our journey forward. They got a very distinctive accent. I've said that before. It's just so rich with Giada. It's nice to have a bit of an abrupt introduction. They immediately kick off in the faster pacing, but they start with the vocals first. Not an instrumental tease. It's interesting. That's great. I love the key of the riffs. It's very engaging. Troublesome tone, and this is what I look for in aggressive metal. The thrash side, I'm happy. It gets some head banging on. It's always fun to watch. Those tights must be a nightmare to put on. I mean, they're quite flashy. They might even snap really easily if you got the toe in the wrong place. I know, weird thing to notice. Beautiful range. Increased capacity or comparison to Never Ending. That was a good first introduction, but this is more along the lines of how high she can climb, like In a Heartbeat was an example of. I love the personality I find in Europe. It's just, every tune I listen to is so individualized. So engaging. Frozen Crown is no different. Great speed, beautiful construction on the tune's behalf. Consistent momentum. So Federico Mondelli can also do softer vocals too. Off Volturian, he's done like this, the harsher screams, so the softer, oh wow, he can sing. Oh, it's a beautiful voice. Good piece, easy repeat listen. Again, my first introduction to him was off Volturian, but he's mostly done background screams and the guitar. Very talented musicians here. I love engaging with European talent, even if it does put me in more of a niche space. These are instantly memorable artists in my mind. Key change, okay. Nice, and on a thick riff. Keep that aggression going. That's wonderful. Exquisite piece. In my opinion, I liked Never Ending. That's strong. Wow. And again, you know, I love having fresh experiences. I was not aware that Federico Mondelli could sing like that. Again, as I said, I came through Volturian, and I mostly have established him, at least in my mind, as a strong guitarist and screamer, not a vocalist. Beautiful range, though. Exquisite. And if you don't know, a little fun fact that he and Giada, I believe, are married in real life. And Federico serves on both Volturian and Frozen Crown. I think there's another group as well that I read about that he's connected to in a guitar capacity. So in terms of that collaboration, it's like, oh, it's just fitting. It just made sense. Like, yes, bring on the misses. But they sound beautiful together. Like, I couldn't help but feel that energy of the song, like when they're standing here, I don't know what it is, like on a rock or something, or a hill. It just, I'm sitting there, match made in heaven. It's just beautiful to listen to. It's a wonderful piece. Very engaging, great aggressive consistency all the way through. I love the metal basis, and there's so many places for a thick riff and for Giada's vocals to stand in principal focus. methodical placement as well. I love how the lyrics too. Like, I'm reading this off the, as you saw credited on the window. I'm reading this off the Genius website, and they say, oh, where is it? In the chorus, heard your whispers in the dark, I won't leave you in tonight. So they mean won't, but it's written want with an apostrophe in between the N and the T, like won't. I'm assuming that's because of the accent. Again, it's just so rich, and you can hear it distinctively here, especially on, I think, the interlude verses going air, the pre-choruses. Where does she say it? I heard it distinctively one place here, and I can't think exactly of where it was, but I heard that turn. It's very similar to Voltairian in my experience as well. There's probably several places. Maybe you honed in on a couple. I'm looking at about 2 minutes and 6 seconds in where she says, I think it's the verse. Second verse? Yes. First verse there, pre-chorus, chorus. Yes. Where she says, and my eyes are still blind in the darkest night. You can hear the switch when she says, it's like naïve, and you can hear the Italian accent. It's just beautiful to listen to. Again, I love distinctiveness in my music, and Europe just has a wonderful supply that continues to accelerate in its growth to this day, and continues to almost max out my cell phone playlist room. I'm quickly running out of hard drive empty space. But I've loaded my phone full of talents, many of which I haven't consulted yet. I buy my music in advance of what I'm covering, not solely for this reason, but in good part to support the artists that I cover. And because I believe that that's an honorable thing to do, in my opinion. So I've got a lot of music already on my phone that I have not consulted yet that I'm making my way through with you. That's my intention. And I'm happening upon Frozen Crown today, for at least 2 songs. And again, I'll continue this journey going forward in other videos of releases that are a bit closer to where we are at now, because I did dig back a bit with 2019, just to get a good baseline. But I love taking this experience with you, especially as it pertains to European artists. Frozen Crown is another fabulous addition, in my opinion. It's wonderful to engage a talent such as theirs. Again, the rich accent, the metal background, easily what I incline to on a music side, and the performance as well. It was fun to kind of, in my mind, I'm not really the most emotive guy presently, but it's kind of fun in your mind. You kind of headbang along. It adds a fun energy. And this guitarist, I mean, again, like I said, everybody here's got like long hair, but I love it. It's fun, right? It feels like an impassioned performance. I like watching videos like this where it may just be the band and focus. Some bands utilize a narrative, and those are fun too. But you sense the love that the artists have for their own craft and the enjoyment for listeners. And Frozen Crown, again, it just jives immediately when I listen to the song. It's a wonderful listen. Wonderful piece. I love In the Dark. Easy repeat listen for me. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below, because I'd imagine there's probably some of you who experience a similar sentiment and would declare as such. If you so wish, just close your perspective down below in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Or maybe you're longtime Frozen Crown fans, and you're engaging with somebody who this is very much someone in his early days, but obviously evolving. I can't wait to spend more time with this group and to explore more of their works. And again, as I've said, I've got a good supply lined up. Let me know your thoughts down below if you wish to. But I'm imagining there's going to be, especially among people who are perhaps this again a first introduction, you're probably just as impressed as I am and looking to take a deeper experience with, perhaps with me, or maybe even on your own, going forward. I'm happy to do it. If In the Dark and Never Ending, to be fair, are testaments to Frozen Crown's talents as they're evolving as a group as well. This is sort of, I believe, because they started in about 2017, so this is 2 years after they started about there, or maybe in between 1 or 2 years. It's a great presence. Great arrival on the scene. I'm happy to listen to more. I can't wait to, in fact. It's a beautiful piece. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.